For the past 11 months, the East Carolinian has been following allegations of misconduct and mismanagement within the Greenville Fire and Rescue as a part of the Where There's Smoke, There's Fire series. 4 former firefighters of Greenville Fire and Rescue sat down to explain their reasons and concerns about GFR. They encourage current firefighters to be honest with Developmental Associates, the outside firm that began evaluating GFR 2 weeks ago. Jeremy Seaman, a former EMS specialist at Greenville Fire Rescue for 8 years, said when he asked for a rotation or a break from GFR squad trucks, the administration denied it and he was told to keep working.
They just put you on this truck and leave you. You get no training. You just go to EMS calls constantly, 20 plus calls a day maybe. And after a while, it started getting to you. It was affecting my physical, my mental, and spiritual well-being.
Seaman said it is well known around the station that speaking up to administration leads to repercussions and potential suspension without pay.
Since I spoke up, I was discarded to the side. I never wanted to be off the truck. I just wanted a rotation, a break. And since I spoke up, he just done away with me.
Dusty Peden, a former Fire Rescue 1 at GFR, said the administration told him that they don't care if a patient dies, if it comes at the cost of insubordination.
You know, I had a chief officer of the department tell me that it doesn't really matter if the patient dies. We'll deal with that later. You're going to do what this EMS supervisor or squad leader tells you to do no matter what. And I had a huge problem with that, and morally, I can't live with that.
Peden said people typically get praised for doing the right thing at their job, but it's not the same at GFR.
Nobody deserves to work in the service and the industry that we do in, going to work every day knowing if I do my job to the best of my ability, I could lose it.
Matt McMahon, a former lieutenant for 19 years at GFR, said those who performed well were often allegedly degraded by administrators who would tell them that they were weak and push them aside, while low performers were quickly promoted as leaders with the department.
When we go to certain EMS calls and fires and things like that, you had very few people that were what I call top performers. And it got to the point where you almost had to look over your shoulder and say, if something happens to me, who's around here that's going to be able to help me?
Eddie Meeks, a retired EMS specialist for 29 years, said he wanted to leave GFR in a better position than it was when he started. But unfortunately, it was a far cry from that.
You got Tower 1 sitting downtown, 100-foot platform. It's staffed by one person. One person.
McMahon said that when he met with the HR representative, she told him there was nothing that she could do and that she was so sorry.
Current rules are vehicles not allowed to respond to emergency traffic with lights and sirens on with one person. So that's, if you're hanging out of a window trapped by fire, is that what you want coming to help you? The answer is no.
Peden said that as a Greenville resident, he unfortunately knows that in a crisis, there is no guarantee of high-quality response and treatment for him or his loved ones.
It's almost like playing Russian roulette. You may get a shift that's got some people that's been here for a while, but then you may also get a truck that's got less than 1 year experience on it. And then you're waiting for the experienced person on the squad truck might be all the way across town.
McMahon said that he asked the city manager to halt promotions until this agency can get a good look on what's going on inside the organization.
When I decided to leave, I did not have one person call me or talk to me and say, why are you leaving? Okay, so for a city to allow a 20-year guy who was a top performer, firefighter of the year, instructor in every specialty area, for you to just allow personnel to walk out of your agency like that and not even ask why or care, you have a problem.
McMahon said that the retaliation that current employees will face from the chief, deputy chief, and administration, if they do choose to speak up, keeps them from doing so.
If you do speak out, it's possibly your family, other jobs that you may work for, they're going to retaliate against you and go after you. And it's sickening.
McMahon said that the East Carolinian has been the only media publication that these former and current GFR employees can trust to tell the truth on what debilitating things are occurring on a day-to-day basis.
We appreciate what the East Carolinian has honestly been the only honest, fact-gathering agency out of this whole entire thing and has put themselves in a very uncomfortable situation, and it was for the greater good of what we're doing. The local news, the media, the newspaper, propaganda, and have completely ignored this. And I just want to say it is disgraceful to all of us that work so hard to protect their property and their lives. And when we needed them to shed light on this, they turned their back on us.
McMahon encourages current GFR employees who are told that they are weak not to let others drag them down and to continue to do the right thing as they wait for the truth to come out.
Don't believe a thing that's told to you. It's not a positive environment to work.
The East Carolinian reached out to the city of Greenville to schedule a sit-down interview with the city manager, Ann Wall. However, in an email, the city's public information officer, Brock Letchworth, declined the request.
This has been a very sad and unfortunate situation in the life of the city of Greenville Fire Rescue.
For Matthew Prensky and Julia Estep, I'm Darby Hubbell with Tech Video.